I'm Jill from Nu'uanu.
I'm Neil from Nu'uanu also.
So were you guys scared of the hurricane? Were you prepared? Did you stock up on stuff?
Actually, yeah, we weren't scared. I really wasn't that scared because I kind of had a lot of preparation. I had a couple generators and we had water. We actually went to Costco days prior than the notice came, so we were already had a lot of provisions, so we were good in that sense. I mean, we were kind of a little scared, somewhat, because we didn't know how bad it was going to be. So
Where we live, it floods a lot.
yeah, it's real windy too.
So how do you feel now that it didn't really do anything for Oahu and didn't really affect you? What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm glad that it's over. You know, I'm glad that nobody really got hurt, and that since being cooped up for how many days that we were at home for I think about several days, so it felt good to come outside and enjoy some weather. What about you?
No, I'm glad that we're out enjoying the day.
Yeah.
We've been stuck in the house.
So if another storm were to come,
Yeah.
would you second guess the forecasting the next time around?
I don't know about second guessing it because it's weather, right? It's hard to predict. So we're just glad we got a heads up notice, what was it, several days before it really even got to Hawaii. So that's what I'm glad for.
Cool.
Yeah, the weather is unpredictable, so I'm thankful for all the updates.
You guys are happy now that you're just able to get back outside and do your
Yes.
Oh yeah, feels good.
Cool. Is there any other thoughts you guys had or feelings during this whole process? Did you not have to go to work? Did you, were you stuck in the house the entire time? What was that like?
I was stuck at home, but I was also under an emergency warning for one of the bases that we're working at. So if something was really bad, I had to go in to take care of some stuff. But lucky we didn't get called in, so it was a good week.
Is the fishing good now that the storm's gone, or?
I don't know. We're just trying out. Hopefully.
All right. Cool. Did you prepare? Were you scared? You nervous about the hurricane?
I wasn't really scared or anything, but we prepared, because we saw the track and how strong it was gonna be. And I lived through Hurricane Eva and Inike, and you just figure if it takes that same track, Kauai got flattened. I remember having without power for a while, so we bought stuff. We moved stuff around, or got it out of the way. So we prepared, yeah. But we also did surf because we saw the predictions. So me and my son was surfing the last 3 days. So I mean, I was prepared. I just made sure I prepared, and then I'm just gonna go surf and have fun if it's not here yet.
So does it bother you that much that it didn't really happen for Oahu at least?
I'm happy it didn't happen. I mean, we prayed about it. You know what I mean? So I thank God it didn't happen. But we prepare, we pray, and then whatever happens, happens, and then but I love the surf, so. I mean, so it was a blessing in disguise, right? Because it just produces enough surf, so we'd have surf, but without the hassles of any serious problems.
Do you think it'll make you second guess any forecasting for another storm that comes by?
I mean, I had friends who did; they took it lightly, but this one I didn't take lightly. Just because I could tell the seriousness of it, and for me, I got a family. You know what I mean? I'm gonna prepare and make sure they're safe, but I'm not going to take it too critical. Like I said, we went on the water when they said not to, because I just, you can see, I trust the weather prediction. The storm was moving so slow that, okay, I can go surf today, and then, maybe tonight we're going to hunker down and see what's going to happen, But yeah, no, it's, well, everything's pretty good, as far as the electronics and stuff like that, so, yeah.
Do you think it's going to be pretty much the norm where these hurricanes come right up to Hawaii and then just kind of fade off?
You know what? I think we're pretty blessed. I don't think we're little islands, and these things come all around us. You know what I mean? Last year too, it happened when the hurricanes went north of us actually, so we had a bunch of east swells. But I mean, for it not to hit us, or the chances are pretty low. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna not prepare, because it has hit us before. You know what I mean? Like, so I just have the balance. Like, I'm not gonna get too freaked out. Like, my wife and my mom didn't want us going out, but I don't know. We're gonna go surf. It's good. The surf's good. It wasn't too big, like they said. So yeah.
Stephanie, originally from New York City, but I live here.
Yeah, Bruno Rodriguez from Brazil, but I live here as well.
Cool. You can just keep looking at me like we're having a conversation.
Okay.
So, hurricane forecasted. They said it was going to most likely hit all the islands, including Oahu. Did you guys prepare? Did you take it seriously?
I didn't take it seriously.
Why is that?
I just followed my intuition, honestly. It's really, I just thought it wasn't going to hit.
Yeah, I didn't take it seriously either. I mean, I bought some supplies, but not as much as the news was recommending us to.
You're from New York City, so you've been through
Sandy.
And Irene, I believe?
Yes.
And so from those experiences,
No, I didn't even prep for those either.
And you're from here?
Well, I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil?
Yeah, from
How long
Brazil.
have you lived here?
A year and a half.
A year and a half? Okay, so you haven't experienced a storm like a hurricane year?
No.
Okay, cool. Now that it didn't happen,
Yeah.
did you? So since you didn't prepare, how do you feel now that it didn't happen?
I mean, definitely relieved. Don't want to see any, serious damage sustained, but, definitely affected my business, work.
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't hit too. I'm just glad it didn't hit, honestly. Yeah.
And well, since you didn't take this one seriously, right? I'm assuming the next one that comes along, you're probably same drill.
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
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 Okay. No excitement. You don't surf or anything.
I do surf. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was looking forward to the waves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get in at all?
I got in before it got too crazy. Right, like I got in before. What day is it today? Saturday.
Yeah.
So I got in like Thursday morning.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. How about yourself?
No.
No? Were you stuck inside at all?
Yes.
Yeah. And
Just kind of like waiting for something to happen because they kept saying it was going to, and nothing did. But we came out to the beach yesterday morning.
Did it frustrate you that you were stuck inside?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Going a little stir crazy.
Did you think they kind of overreacted a little bit?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think they were doing their job.
Yeah, I mean, I guess after Harvey, they didn't take that seriously enough, and all the damage, that occurred there. And then same with Maria in Puerto Rico. So I understand them being, wanting to make sure that everybody is prepared. They can't really predict what a storm like this is going to do. But I definitely think they did overreact just a little bit, personally.
I'm from the North Shore of Kauai, born here also on the west side of Oahu. My name is Aloha Lani, very Hawaiian.
So you're very familiar with the weather here. You've been through, I'm assuming, some hurricanes in the past?
Iniki and Hurricane Eva, absolutely yes.
What were those like, and were you nervous about this storm, Lane?
Okay, because Lane was so huge from the up in the satellites and up on the above of us, if we're looking down, it was as huger than life. So yes, I was very afraid and worried about our native Hawaiian people. And of course all the rest of the residents, definitely very worried. It was huge.
And did you prepare? Did you stock up on supplies?
I did. Small kind, because it's just for a family of 3. But I got my food and my water. And
were you trapped inside for the last couple of days?
I am a hostess at a front desk at a major hotel, so I had to volunteer a lot of my time to my guests. So it was at home and at work as well, because my guests are just as important. They were very concerned, worried, about their stay. We was not going to leave them out in the cold. So as a front desk hostess, we took very good care. I volunteered 24 hours on call.
How was it? Were people nervous about the storm?
Yes, they were very nervous, very scared. Never experienced it before. They're from the Midwest with no oceans, and when they're here in the wide oceans, they did not know how to prepare themselves. So we made them comfortable and said that we were going to be there for them. Thank you for asking.
That's great. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Did it frustrate you that nothing happened after all of that? At least here on Oahu.
No, I felt blessed. Our prayers had been answered because we had a lot of positive energy. I refused to call hurricane. I always address it as H Lane because I didn't want to call it a hurricane. I did not. And so it was H Lane throughout my entire time. And look, gorgeous. I'm not disappointed. I feel good that we were spared. Oahu was spared. But Maui and Big Island, I feel my heart goes out to the families. I seen the devastation of homes and driveways and roads. Thank you for asking.
Are you frustrated? Let me rephrase the question. Do you think you'll second guess the next forecast that comes along for a hurricane?
Never, because we can never tell. The trail, the tracks, the journeys of these hurricanes or tropical storms that come into Hawaii. I'm almost 60 years old, and I have some experiences of what comes and goes here in Hawaii. Hawaii means wide of Hawaii.
And do you feel more comfortable knowing, because of your time and experience here, that you'll be okay here in Hawaii?
I do. If we are prepared and we listen to the weather forecast, the Weather Channel, if we keep up to par with preparations, we have to be more safe than sorry.
You said you were glued to the Weather Channel?
I was.
Yeah?
Very much so. So when our local news was off, we went right. All my family, there's like about 50 of us, watched the Weather Channel to make sure, the coverage that they did was impeccable. I was very impressed with the Weather Channel. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes, no.
Is there anything you would want to say to anybody traveling to Hawaii? Should they worry the next time that they come here and visit? Is there anything they should do research on before they come?
Yeah, doing their homework, doing research, knowing what to prepare, even if they have to cancel their reservations, because they know they'll be safer at home. And all of us here in Hawaii, we need to take care of us here who are already situated. It'd be best in a way that they stay where they're at if they're afraid, so that we can accommodate water, food, shelter, ice, food for all the ones who are already here.
Would you say the people your fellow Native Hawaiians, a lot of the ones that I've spoken to were not nervous or afraid. They were like, this is part of living in Hawaii.
This is.
Yeah.
For generations, and there'll be generations upon us from 2018. Yes, we will be prepared. We'll have faith in Akua, because Akua had sent Hurricane Lane to the west at a time where it needed to be, because Oahu, being 90% of its population here on this one island, if it hit here, 90% of us would be so devastated. And then Kauai had, in April, a very hard devastation on the North Shore. They're still trying to rebuild where I'm from the North Shore of Hanalei, of Kauai. They're still trying to put themselves together with all the devastation. There are roads that are still closed till today from April.
Do you travel back and forth between here
I
and
have
Hawaii?
been there, yes.
Okay.
In April, I had to go see my family.
Is there? So I was covering the volcano, and there was a lot of discussion about Pele and Lono.
Yes.
And the story behind that. Can you tell me a little bit about that? And do you think that has something to do with what might be going on as far as the volcanic activity and then all of a sudden this hurricane coming towards us? Is there any kind of relation to that mythology?
Wow. Thank you for a very interesting question. With Lono and Pele, despite Lono, I mean, she overruled and she opened so many of the services from people's homes and the grounds below of them, from miles below. And I heard it was holding back from 2010. And now it's all oozing out. It's really remarkable. I'm sorry, I really can't answer
That's okay.
that too very much.
Is there a
A link?
way? No. Is there a Native Hawaiian word for hurricane or the kind of storm that was going to be coming here? Is there a word for that? Do you know?
Oh my gosh, there are many words.
No worries. I
There
just
are
thought I'd.
such-
I'm trying to ask different questions for you. so-
Yes, there are many words for hurricane, and I can say one big word is pilikia. And pilikia, P-I-L-I-K-I-A, is troublesome. It's a big problem. When you have to evacuate people from their homes, it's a dismay. But yet we still have to honor Tutu Pele. Tutu in the meaning word of grandma. Grandma Pele. We have to honor and respect her. She will come at all times, like in the secret of the night. She will come and do her thing. Lono, in other words, is her sidekick. He's kicked back. I mean, he's just watching what's happening. Pele takes control. And yeah,
Okay. That's perfect.
it is, yeah, unbelievable. They had 18, what they call that?
Fishers.
Fissures.
Yeah.
I couldn't put that in English. 18 fissures.
Yeah.
And yeah, it
It's
came
actually
from below.
27.
But number 18
fissures.
was the most active.
8. 8 was the one that just the big one that
Thank
kept
you.
going
Yes.
and just stopped probably about a couple weeks ago.
I'm so glad you're educated about the fishes
No,
because
no worries.
I'm very concerned of Kauai and Oahu.
Yeah, well, I was worried about Kauai too because I covered the flooding in Kauai.
Okay, from
And-
Hanalei.
and-
All
yeah,
my
in
family is
Hanalei.
in Wainiha and Haena. They're still going through that blockade, martial law. They're still going through. You have to show your ID to go in and out to go from home, and then they got evacuated. And so I made some phone calls, no answers. It's really.
Yeah. It's very similar to what they're doing to Leilani Estates for the people that still have their homes in
Yeah.
there. They won't let them into their homes, and if they do, they're able to go in, but they have to go through a placard system.
Placard on the vehicle
Yes.
and all of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. How long you been here?
I've only been here 3 years.
But good for you. You learned all about the fishers and about the in and out, and then so you went to Kauai.
Yeah.
I'm Yuji and this is Tiffany and we're from here.
And how long have you been on Oahu?
She grew up
I
here
grew up
and
here, yeah.
I've been here maybe 7 years.
And so this hurricane, did you guys prepare at all for it?
Yes, we prepared a lot. So since we're expecting, my husband made sure we were over prepared.
Yeah. Better to be safe than sorry, so.
Yeah.
How did you over prepare?
But you got a lot of food and like, all the, if we lost electricity or we just had like propane gas and things that we could cook. And then as best as we could, we got our condo ready, just taping up windows and I don't know, whatever we can do.
And now that the hurricane didn't come or didn't happen on Oahu at least, how do you feel about that?
Well, we're relieved. I mean, we were expecting a little bit more rain and other things, but it's good. I mean, we're probably on the luckier side, being in a pretty strong building. So, I mean, it would have been real sad to see other people that were less fortunate to be, hurt. So, we dodged a bullet, like Mayor Caldwell said. So we're happy about that.
And do you guys think you'll second guess the next forecast for a hurricane when it comes by?
Well, we always want to take any warnings seriously, and so at least now we feel very prepared if anything else comes our way.
Yeah, I think maybe in Oahu it's a little different because a lot of times since we're in the middle, like it either hits Big Island or Kauai. So in some ways, like we've been spared in a lot of ways. So, I mean, I definitely think we'll still keep heeding warning, but I guess the problem more is there's a lot of the warnings and nothing happens, so everyone's guards might be down. And I initially thought that, but then, we have a baby coming, so there's not like, I don't gain anything by, being too, I don't say like cavalier and thinking that we all got it under control. So, yeah.
All right, good. I was gonna say, are you frustrated by? I mean, because we just went through a crazy year of, with this false missile alert and stuff like that, and a lot of kind of like stress-inducing moments here, and they just kind of come to the point where it just doesn't happen. And it kind of, yes, it's good it doesn't happen, but I was just curious, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just, as long as we get the right information, then we could decide what to do. So there was definitely a lot of information that came from local media. I do know, like, my friends on the mainland, probably like some of those news outlets maybe sensationalize more. But on the ground, I think we got really good information from like people local that we would trust and listen to. So I wasn't really frustrated. It was like more relieved that it didn't happen. But I do know, like, if you browse, just Google it, I mean, there's things that make it seem like it was a lot worse. I mean, I think some parts were terrible. So like guys in Hilo got hit really hard and other places, but it made it seem like all of Hawaii had that experience. So I got a lot of texts and things, and I had to let people know, it's like, no, we're okay, we're safe. So I don't know, I think less frustrated, it's just more, I mean, we're relieved. Nothing bad happened to us.
For an expecting mom, did that have any kind of added stress or worry?
No, not really, because I felt very safe with my husband being over-prepared and being very protective of our situation, and so I felt okay. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Gail Damp. I'm from Long Island, New York, but now I live in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Madison Littman. I'm from Long Island, New York.
And your mother?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
So tell me this story. So you just arrived here when?
Last week, maybe like 7-8 days ago.
And what happened when you got here?
It was beautiful. We were at the beach every single day, not a cloud in the sky.
And hurricane forecasted to hit here. How did you react to that?
Well, everyone was freaking out a little, and I was trying to stay calm. That's usually what I try to do. And turned out the hype was more than it actually was. So I think we can now return to the beach like we are right now.
Did you prepare?
Yeah. We got lots of water. We cooked lots of food at home. We made lasagna. We made chicken cutlets. We made lots of food at home at home. And then we didn't get a lot of rain, so we decided to come out again.
So you guys are from New York. So you've been through Sandy, Irene.
Yeah.
So you were kind of used to this sort of thing.
Yeah,
right?
we lost Sandy. We lost power for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, a lot of times.
So we were we were ready,
chilly.
and
we used our fire. We had a fireplace there, so we had to use the fireplace to stay warm. We had a lot of water and that kind of thing. You didn't need that here, And living in a condo was going to be different for us. What would it be like in a high rise, being 30 floors up, which is pretty high in itself. You usually get a lot of wind. And we've had that before, so this wasn't really as bad as it's even been here before.
So now that it didn't really happen, what are your thoughts? Like, were you nervous?
No, just kind of a little upset that people didn't wait a little longer to close things out and close down the
yesterday.
town.
And we could have in New York. That would have never happened. They would have never closed the mall. They would have worked until the last second. Everyone here kind of just shut down before anything even happened.
Definitely agree with the safety. Everyone needs to get home, but I feel like there were a lot of people that were stranded from Waikiki tourists that just had nowhere to go and walking around the last 2 days and waiting 2 and 3 hours online when they didn't need to have that kind of hype, you know, and that kind of stress.
Exactly.
That's it.
Do you think you'll well, you live here.
Yeah.
You get to go home. Do you think you'll
Monday.
second guess forecast in the future?
No. I don't know how you can ever tell. I think what everybody did, you have to stay off the roads. You have to keep, you know what,
Better
the
be
power
safe
is
than
still
sorry.
out. Absolutely. And keeping people out of the water, even though it's been calm, we've seen drownings, we've seen, you know, a lot of things people need, you know, I think what everybody did was absolutely, the precautions were great, you know. The only thing, like I said, was that, you know, close the stores a little later than 4, keep them open until 6, you know, so
Yeah.
people waiting online for 6 hours instead of 2 and the gas lines, those kind of things, I think, would have been a little less stressful
I
for
agree.
people. That's it.
She said it
Other
all.
than that, we have a great time.
Perfect.
Aloha.